at the SEC Gymnastics Championships. Alabama possibly marching for an SEC title, but they've got plenty of teams chasing them. We take a look at the fifth rotation. Georgia on the vault, Alabama on the floor, LSU with the bye this time through. And competing on the vault for the Gym Dogs, Brooke Andersen.
Brooke will be competing the handspring front pike with a half, scored out of a 10. Oh, incredible. That is one of the best vaults I've seen her do all year.
First vault for Andersen at 9.85.
She has an interesting technique in her blocking style. Take a look at her hands right here, turned out, but it gives her incredible height, and she just dropped into her landing.
At 9.85, right around her average, one of the top vaulters in all the country, ranked number 19.
Let's see if she can improve on it. It was a tough job. She did take a step on that landing. The first vault was probably the better of the two.
And the 9.85 is what they will go with for Georgia on the vault. And to the floor, the University of Alabama and Raegan Tomasek, the sophomore out of New York. And this is a time we get to hear just exactly what Sarah Patterson thinks about Tomasek's performance on the floor.
Pelvic handspring, double pike. Yeah! I think she was pleased with this. Yes! You got it, Raegan! Boy, this team is energized. They are pumping each other up. They are so into this performance tonight. They're doing a great job. Sweet home Alabama really gets them riled up.
Sarah Patterson making sure Tomasek is prepared for this event, the only event that she's competed in every meet so far this season.
One thing I like about Raegan is she's very athletic in her tumbling, gets great height on all of her tumbling elements, but she's also elegant in her dance and her jumps. Great combination and something the judges are looking for and scores high. Jumps there. Yeah, that's it. Alabama team can feel the momentum building. Handspring front layout, front tuck. Wow, what a fantastic, superb routine.
From top to bottom, the Alabama Crimson Tide is getting it done. Raegan Tomasek, 9.875.
The pokers were awesome. Awesome job.
She's talking about her jumps there. It's called a popa, and in order to get full bonus, you must complete each full twisting jump all the way around.
To the balance beam, and Teal Chiabotti for Florida.
Very interesting mount, 2 straddle jumps in connection. Switch leap to a switch side. Handspring layout. Solid. You saw a little bit of a flex toe, though, in the air. Just small deductions.
Teal, a competitor that really came out quick on the blocks her freshman year here at Florida, finishing 5th at NCAA Regionals.
Florida has struggled this year with depth. A lot of the girls have been forced to step it up, and Teal has done a great job this year.
When you lose competitors like Marianne Esposito and Suzanne Hines, who's a 2-time NCAA champion, compete with only 9 gymnasts, boy, it makes it rough.
But, you know, it really brings the team together. The cohesion is just incredible on this Florida team. Sometimes adversity can be somewhat of a bonding experience. Front full dismount. Okay, a great routine from Teal.
Chiabotti with the hug from Judy Markell, her coach, a 9.80 as the Florida Gators continue to impress despite all the injuries they've had to go through. We'll have more of the 5th rotation when we come back to Gainesville. The SEC Gymnastics Championships continue, and if there's a definition of a power gymnast, it might be Suzanne Sears on vault for Georgia.
The forte is the floor and, of course, the vault. Boy, that was a tough vault there. A handspring front pike with a half, scored out of a 10. A little bit flat, lacking rotation. She had to bend her knees to create more rotation.
9.75 on her first vault for Suzanne Sears.
She can score higher than that.
She's actually a better vaulter than she is on the floor as far as average goes, a little bit higher, but she's known for her floor routine.
She needs to get good direction off the horse, a little bit better, but still a tough landing.
9.85 for Suzanne Sears. Remember, this is Georgia's last event, whereas Alabama still has 2 to go, and Kristin Sterner is on the floor.
Kristin is also a very strong tumbler for Alabama. Front handspring, Rudy back layout, beautifully done. She can actually do a double twisting front layout. We're still working on that and trying to get it consistent.
Just a freshman, as we told you, out of Ionia, Michigan. Stolen away from the University of Michigan. Now the #1 team in the country as far as the rankings go. But certainly you don't take a step down when you come to Alabama.
Kristin is one of the athletes they've rested throughout the season to save her ankle. Somewhat of a secret weapon they've had in their back pocket. It's called a Popa Nova. We see a Shushanova and a Popa, and that's a combination of the two, a full twisting Shushanova. A lot of these elements that I talk about have been named after former athletes or even current athletes around the world. Big last pass, a double pike, very difficult.
Yeah!
A great routine. Sounds like Sarah's pleased.
Awesome job! Awesome! That was great. Great landing.
9.875 for Kristin Sterner. Look at her teammates behind her. They know how well this meet is going for the Crimson Tide. To the uneven bars, and Sally Cantrell for Auburn.
We spoke about some power gymnasts. This is a finesse gymnast. Very clean lines, very precise in everything she does.
And you can really tell by just looking at them what type of gymnast they are.
She's increased her difficulty on this event, adding a Healy turn right here, back up to the high bar. Doing a good job immediately into her dismount and a solid landing. She is doing a great job for the Tigers tonight.
The Tigers struggled a little bit tonight in this SEC championship, so Sally Cantrell has been as strong as ever with a 9.80 on the uneven bars. When we come back, we'll have more of the 5th rotation as we return to the 2000 SEC Gymnastics Championships. One last event for Chrissy Van Fleet at the O'Connell Center in Gainesville. She's had a career that's almost been unmatched at the University of Florida.
She's a great person. I mean, she's so much fun to be around. And she brings that enthusiasm to the gym every day. Like, you ask her what she's going to do next year, she's like, I want to join the circus. You know, and I mean, that's the way she is. She thinks of this like kind of like a circus. It's a performance art. She loves it. She loves doing it. She loves the challenge of it. And this year in particular, she's really come into her own as a leader on the team. She's got such a great personality. She's so much fun. And she brings that enthusiasm to the gym every day. And so the rest of the kids have kind of gotten that from her because she's the only senior that's competing. They think that's the way to do it. They don't realize that, other people aren't as much fun, and other teams don't have as much fun. So they are terrifically motivated by her attitude and her significance. Her impact is really difficult to put into words, but she has changed everybody's outlook almost by herself, and that's amazing.
And Lori, it's almost appropriate that her career ends right here on the beam where she was SEC champion last year.
She's doing a great job here. Judy says she is a little wild. You never know what she's going to do next. But when she performs, she gets serious.
And she wasn't kidding about the circus. She's talked about joining Cirque du Soleil after her career is over with.
Many gymnasts are taking that route now. It's a lot of fun. The performance factor is such a huge part of their lives and their careers that when it's all gone, there's definitely a void. So more and more gymnasts are finding ways to extend their career. I think we need a professional league. Oh, a big dismount, an E-level double back. She nailed that routine. maybe good enough for another SEC beam win.
9.825 and a smile that beams throughout the Sunshine State as Chrissy Van Fleet rounds out her career here in Gainesville. Now Kristi Lichey still has another year to go after this one, and she plans on winning another SEC title.
Handspring front pike with a half. A little squatty on the landing. She had to take a small step to the side. She's just a tremendous vaulter.
9.825 on her first vault. Suzanne walks her right back down the runway.
Take a look at her direction here. Just a small step to the side right there on the landing. Coming down to the line for the Gym Dogs. They need every tenth they can get. They need Kristi Lichey to hit this vault. Another small step on the landing. Not quite as good as she can do it, but a pretty good score.
9.875, and the Georgia Gym Dogs are done for this competition, but certainly Andrea Pickens is not as she steps onto the floor for the Crimson Tide.
Andrea will feed off her team's energy. She is also a big tumbler. Run out back handspring, sky high, double back. See her teammates on the side dancing along with her. So 2 bonus jumps there. She'll get 1/10 the bonus.
You got it, Dre!
Just to show you how good she is, she has the first or second best average on every apparatus in the SEC this year, and that's just as a sophomore.
That's incredible. Front full, front tuck.
Don't worry about that ankle.
You heard Sarah Patterson mention something about her ankle. Looked like she crunched a little bit on that rebound in her second pass. Personalized music. There we go with the last pass. A double full, very clean.
Making a push for an all-around SEC title, Andrea Pickens.
Is your ankle all right? Yeah. You sure? Yeah. Okay.
Big score from Andree, and a little concern about her ankle. They still need a big performance from her on the vault.
But we take a look at the scores on the 5th rotation. Georgia with that 49.2. Alabama, though, with that 49.325. Their 3rd highest score of the season on that apparatus. Georgia, they are done for the night. They have to sit back and watch. Who will be the SEC champions? We'll go to the last rotation when we return to Gainesville.